The attorneys who filed this lawsuit say there are a lot of short-term rental properties in this neighborhood, and they say that can change the character of a community. You don't necessarily know who your neighbors are or who's supposed to be here and who isn't, and they argued that can create an inherent risk right off the bat. The family of Douglas and Michael Kraft, close friends of James Puchan, cried and held each other at the site where their loved ones were gunned down. The first time the Ohioans had ever seen the house in person.
It breaks our hearts every second of every day, and this isn't how his story should have ended.
The Osceola County Sheriff's Office says the shooter was Ahmaud Bojay, who lived right next door to the rental property where the men were staying. The family says they are seeking justice and change when it comes to how communities deal with rental properties.
We can't allow this to happen to anyone else.
Deputies had been called out to this house several times over the years. There were complaints about batteries, burglaries, suspicious incidents, drugs. In 2021, Bojay had been found not guilty by reason of insanity after shooting a stranger and several cars at a nearby gas station.
Does anybody have any doubt that if there were continual complaints about a certain room in a hotel, there wouldn't have been accident?
The new lawsuit targets both the HOA and the owner of the short-term rental where the shooting happened. It argues the homeowner and HOA knew Bojay was dangerous and should have taken precautions to keep the community safe from him.
Action needs to be taken, and it doesn't just have to happen in Tallahassee. Local communities, whether it's county, whether it's city, and homeowner associations can regulate short-term rentals.
I reached out to the HOA today by phone and email. I didn't hear back. I was able to get a hold of the owner of the short-term rental who's named in the lawsuit. His son was also staying at the property today and spoke with me briefly. The owner tells me he feels the suit is not aimed at the right targets. He doesn't feel responsible for what happened. He also says the men killed had already checked out of the rental property before they were shot outside of it. Ahmaud Bojay just had a competency hearing last week. The state says doctors have been arguing he may be playing up his symptoms, so they want another hearing. That's now scheduled for September 10th. In Kissimmee, Marie Edinger, Fox 35 News.